Hello YouTube, and welcome to another general vlog video. I'm just going to I was going to give you a video showing that I'm all ready to texture the room, but I just got to thinking, a lot of people that's going to texture paneling like this, it's inside of a mobile home, not necessarily that paneling has to be inside of a mobile home, but that's 90% what the old ones have is paneling. And the paneling have the lines. Now this has been painted, but you have the vertical lines that are indented down in there. Let me show you what I mean. I was going to show you an easy way to fix this is to take like this, and you'll be able to see the line here. Now, you can take this really quick, and I've gotten too much on my paddle here. Right there. You see that line? Now that line right there is the indent in the paneling itself. Now let's go to the one right beside of it, and I can show you just how quick this can be. Just up and down. And then, you get your little bits off to the side. Like I said, I have too much on my putty knife. So if you're texturing and you're not liking the way that it's looking, because you can see, let me shut this drywall mud out. Okay, now that we've done that. Okay, now let me get this little thing and take you around. And you can definitely see the bright white. And you can see here like where I skipped. But it's that quick to be able to hide all those if you want to. Now, I am now ready to start texturing in here. And you can see it kind of looks like drywall with all the screw marks. What that is I wanted to shore up the wall. So if you come over here and you push on this wall, it's a lot steadier than what it used to be. Does it have movement? Barely. That's my hand moving, not the wall itself. Because I am texturing, I don't want the walls to move to knock the texturing off. And one of the things you can see here where I did over a nail hole and I got that. Now, let me show you the downside of not doing that, which is going to be very hard to do, especially like in this hallway, because everything's so small. Let's try to get on down here where the light is better. Okay, right here. You can see my texturing on my wall. That's my texturing. But now, if you get down in here, see that right there? I'll try to point it out to you. See that right there? You can see a line. Now that does not really bother me because the eye doesn't really get drawn toward it. It looks worse in camera, I'm sure, than what it is. On this wall over here, I don't really see any except for right here. So, and I see this one. And I'm right up on, I'm within 2 inches of this. So, but as a whole, your eyes is not really drawn to it. You can see what the original paneling looked like here. And you can see they actually highlighted the white. But that just gives it the paneling look. Anyways, the texturing, I am now ready to texture. I got the rooms all done. All the seams are done. Now, I do recommend to do the seams. But all those little screw holes, nail holes, and stuff like that, do you have to do them? No. You can see I got a little heavy right there. I'll just drag that. Do you have to do all the little screw holes and nail holes and stuff? No, you do not. You're going to texture. You go back and watch my previous videos. You'll see how to texture. And I may do another video on texturing on a larger area so you can see just how fast it goes. Like I said, those 5-gallon buckets are about $14, $15 with tax a piece. It will, in this room, considering I'm not doing inside the closets, and that whole wall right there, that and the sides of where the desk is about all that's going to get textured. The fronts, where the drawers go and stuff will, but that takes a cup full. So I've gone in and I've kind of lightly sanded everything to knock off any high spots. I am now ready to start texturing. I'm not going to start it right now. I'm going to wait until later this evening. But I've got all the floor is cleaned up. No, it's not clean. It's still nasty. And this floor was bright white when I first started. This is just with all the construction in here. And this has also been a workroom for the other 4 or 5 rooms that I've remodeled. So as we can see, I have a lot of work to do because I want to paint inside of all of those where the dresser drawers go. Why? Because it'll make me feel better. It'll be nice and clean, and I know there won't be any hidden dirt or anything. I don't know. It's just something I want to do. I'm probably going to try to spray it with my spray gun. And then the inside of the closet, as you can see, I have to get caulking because there's gaps and stuff. If I can get up there. There's gaps. And I might as well just caulk that all before I paint it. I will not texture inside the closet. Now this closet isn't near as bad. Well, I guess it is. But you can see like up there, see that gap? You can see the gap up there at the ceiling. All of that, I want to caulk it. Is it going to help anything? No. It's just going to make the finished product look a whole lot better. And then I've got 4, and then 4 up here. I've got, or no, I'm sorry. 4, 5, 6. I got 6 total doors to do and 12 drawers to do. And I have to paint inside, outside. It's going to be time consuming, so I'm thinking about getting out the sprayer. So let me show you some of the modifications I did in here. For one, we added a plug over here. Yeah, there used to be a window there. I knew there was wiring below it. It was real easy to do. So I thought, why not? You know, it cost me like less than $5 to add that plug. And then we put in a dimmer switch, which is, yeah, I know, it's I shouldn't have got spackling up around that, or drywall mud up around that like that, but I did. I can clean all that off. This plug over here was always in there, but it never worked. So while that whole wall, because I had that whole wall out, that's my plumbing and electrical wall. While I had that out, I went ahead and made that work and hooked my heat tape up on the back side of it. And now I have a way to turn heat tape on and off underneath the mobile. Not that I ever turn it off, because it has a thermostat on it that has to touch the pipe. And when the pipe's not cold, it doesn't even turn on. So you don't have to unplug them now. And then I put a vent down in here because that is a water wall. Even though that is an interior wall, there's still, you know, I caulked around all the plumbing that went through the wall down through the bottom. But, you know, there still could be a little air get in there. And once again, I only have 1.5 inch thick exterior walls. Yeah, I didn't stutter, 1.5 inch thick. So by the time you add the stuff on the outside and the paneling on the inside, I'm still not even 2 inch thick. But it's very well insulated. I just had this wall out yesterday because that's where my air conditioner is going to go. If you'll see my grid here, where my air conditioner is going to be built in. Unfortunately, the air conditioner that I had been saving for 2 years to put in here, yeah, it doesn't work now. I don't know why the compressor won't kick on. So it is what it is. Since I'm going to build it in, I'm just going to go buy a brand new one. That way I don't have to put it in and take it out, because I did have to do that in the living room. Last year I built one in the living room, and let me show you what that looks like. Excuse my living room. It's kind of messy because I've been working, and I mean, it's not like really, really, really bad, but there is how I build them in. I don't take up window space. I just build them into the wall. I've also done the same thing in my bedroom. Yeah, I could get central air, but I'm on a budget. I had those 2 air conditioners. I had 3. One of them just didn't work. But anyways, one of them that I put in the living room worked for about a summer. And then it quit, and I had to put in a new one, and it was bigger than the old one, so I had to cut out even more. It just made the job harder. It wasn't that hard, it just a little bit harder. So, anyways, let me show you some of the other things that I did. I added a light switch over here. Now, this is going to be where I'm going to do all my YouTube videos and stuff. For one, we had to bring this cabinet up. I've already spoke about this in previous videos, about 4 inches. And you can see the spackling up here doesn't look very good. And spackling is drywall mud where I'm from. But anyways, I brought the cabinet up. I still have to cut the doors, and I still have to move that center shelf right there, which I'll do eventually. But excuse me. Goodness, that was rude. Cough right in your face. Anyways, so I got that cut and put up. So now I put a plug or a switch here because I'm going to have a fluorescent light up here like I put in the kitchen. So I can see when I'm typing and working. And this is going to be this is where my laptop's going to set. This is where my printer's going to set. And then I'll have a cork board here, for one to keep up with the business, when I have estimates to go do and when I have jobs scheduled. And the other one maybe have something to do with YouTube or something. And then I'm going to have a big flat screen TV in there, which I just moved. I had it in here to measure. It comes down to this mark, and then my laptop comes to about right there. So it's about an inch at the top, inch at the bottom. So anyways, I put a plug over there. That was non-existing. And then this plug, as you can see, like right here, this was set in there horizontal. And I hate the horizontal plugs. So I moved it over toward the wall, down 2 inches from the top of the desk. That way my printer can be plugged in and not be seen. Just neaten things up a little bit, I guess. And then that plug right there used to be down on the floor, like a quarter of an inch from the floor, and was vertical. Or no, excuse me, horizontal. So I've moved it to vertical, and as you can see, I just pushed that back in. There we go. I have to screw, there's 2 little screws that you turn to attach it to the wall. I didn't want to do that yet because I didn't know how close I was going to get when I drywalled or put drywall mud around it. Anyways, that's easy fix. And then I added this one up here for my air conditioner. And, my air conditioner will be plugged in here. I'll probably have to flip this upside down. Normally, that's what you have to do for an air conditioner to get the plug to hang the right way. And then I'll still have one free plug. So I went from a room that had 2 plugs to now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plugs in one room. Now we're talking about a 10 by, well, basically without the closets and stuff, it's about a 10 by 8 by 10. No, it could be a 10 by 10. Anyways, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, actually, that's from that closet to there is only like 7.5 foot. And then you got about 9.5 foot this way. So it's a small bedroom. Which it's not really going to be a bedroom. It's going to be kind of a slash of everything room, which is going to be a media room. It's going to be a gaming room. It's going to have a bunk bed futon set up over here. And, I just tried to blind you. Sorry, bright light alert. My temporary light's up there. Now that I'm looking at this, I've always wondered about, boy, that is completely flat and smooth. I think I might do that, just to learn. That way I can tell people for a fact that after that it will not look like paneling. And my ceilings aren't like that. Of course, I replaced the center part of the ceiling, but my ceilings aren't like that. They've got ridges in them, but you definitely don't see that very much once you're textured. And I don't mean it doesn't have lines. It's hard to explain. The texture is just different. I'll show you. See the little ridges, and if I run my nail across them, they're not very predominant. They don't stick out very far. So once you texture it even lightly, they kind of disappear. So that's basically, we're about 15 minutes into this video. I thought this was going to be a 5-minute video, but you know me, I always like to talk a lot and ramble. Up here, you can see where that trim, where they hide the seam. I could take that off there and do it like I did this seam, but it's hidden in a closet or a cabinet. So I'm just going to caulk that up there. That way when I paint it, because I'm not texturing inside, like I said. I can't wait for you to see what I see when I'm done. I have a vision in my head. I don't write anything out. it's in my head. So I just kind of I go by the plan that's already in my head. I don't really draw anything out or write anything out. But this little room is going to be very handy. For one, I can definitely use the 2 closets. The 4 drawers there, the 4 drawers there. The 4 drawers over there, along with the little desk part that's built in. I think that was actually a vanity for a woman for like makeup because of the big mirror that used to be back there. I'm calling it a desk. I'll use probably the top 2 drawers for the business, invoices and stuff like that. And maybe the second drawer down for like YouTube stuff, for flash drives and cameras and stuff. And then the bottom 2 will probably just end up being junk drawers. That's usually the way it happens. And then these I can use overflow for the boys. Put their winter clothes, like put all of Colton's winter clothes in there, and then put all of Ricky's winter clothes in there, or some of them. And then we'll have a closet over here to hang winter coats, winter clothes, and extra shoes and stuff like that in that closet with the 2 doors. And then this one over here, I can keep things like my vacuum cleaner if I want to, photo albums, whatever I decide. I'm just, like I've told you before, and I don't mean to cuss, but it's like putting 10 pounds of, here, we won't cuss. It's like putting 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. And that's what it's been like the whole time in this mobile. But it's getting there. And it's going to have the same carpet as in there. It's going to have the white doors. It's going to have the beige walls, textured. The door, as we can see right now, looks pretty nasty. I'm not doing any trim around my doors. That's a look I'm trying not to. I don't want trim. See how nice and crispy clean that looks? That's what I like. Now, I do have quarter round around the doors to not let the lights and stuff come through. But you can see here, I'm not putting trim along the baseboards. I'm not putting trim along the ceilings. It's almost like an Adobe look in a roundabout way. So, some places like in my kitchen, I had to put trim because I have laminate flooring, and my bathroom, I have laminate flooring. And you don't want, even though you don't really mop the laminate, but anything damp, you don't want to touch the walls because it is drywall mud and it will turn back to mud if it's extremely wet, which you don't mop laminate like that, so it's not a big deal. Now in my bathroom that is on the back side of this wall, the master bathroom, it has tile floor and it does get mopped. So I put a whiter trim, kind of like the trim that they've used in this closet. I don't even know if that's even picking up in the camera. Look how nasty that is. Ugh. Gross, gross, gross. But anyways, that way the mop, when it does hit the wall, because it's drywall in there. So a few concerns that I have right here, this seems to bulge out right here. And that was one of the reasons also that I didn't turn the screws on that, because I want to see if there's just a little piece of dirt back in there, old piece of drywall mud or something. But anyways, I'll figure all that out. But I may end up doing the lines like that, because that's seconds. I mean, it would take me literally 15 minutes to do the whole room. And I think I do want to see what that's going to look like. That way I can say, hey, this is what it's going to look like. So anyways, I want to get off here. Smash that thumbs up button. Let's get my thumb out there where you can actually see it. See the paint and drywall? Smash that thumbs up. Give us a like. Subscribe if you'd like to. Click that bell notification down at the bottom so you'll be notified when I post a new video. And the next time you see this room, we should have some texture on the walls and maybe already be painted. But I'll probably stop and show you just the texturing first. And then, we'll get into painting the ceiling first and the walls. And once that's done, then we got to take probably a full day to do drawers and stuff. Anyways, here I go rambling again. This is General Vlog Videos. Thank you for watching. And you guys have a great Wednesday.